And we're live. We're back. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
2022.
That was a quick intro, wasn't it?
It really was.
Completely. I was merrily on my phone, going to start sharing, and
I was
there.
Do you know, as soon as the countdown finished, my phone just went, "Oh, you're live."
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a reminder.
It's like you don't know that you're
It's like, I don't
sitting
know
in front
that
of the
I'm here.
computer.
I think
I
one
need
thing I
to
will
give a
do.
warning than that then.
Yeah, I'll bring up the chat on the side, so hopefully it'll all appear here, and hopefully we'll see some comments rolling in soon. So,
Everyone's just had the phone.
Everyone else is caught out as well.
Yeah.
Yay!
Give me a second.
Yay, first in.
Hiya, Butch. How are you, mate? Good to have you. This is
2022.
grand. Do you know what's been really nice has been just the reaction to so much stuff on our socials over the past couple of weeks, because we've actually been really quiet.
Oh, we had a break.
And then, and it's
Hey,
so
Kerry.
nice that lovely. You guys say, Tony, won't be long. But really nice that so many people have joined us on the socials. Hi, Carleen.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Joe's there as well. Joe, good to see
Great
you,
to see you,
mate.
Joe.
Yeah, it really is, and I've got to say, it's one of those ones where, you know, I think I've not sort of had a chat with Joe on the social bit for ages, and it's one of them ones. I know we said it in our podcast. It's my New Year's resolution is actually to make that leap of faith into being a little bit more polite on Facebook.
Polite or just appearing?
Just appearing.
Polite. That's no fun.
No, I just find it.
Because
It's really rude, isn't it? You know, it's just like I for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but I just kind of disappear. And it's.
I was going to say, John, you've got too used to Twitter. You don't need to be polite on Twitter.
Hey, I am very polite on Twitter occasionally.
It's just everyone else.
Yeah.
Hi, Sir
Hey,
Tom. Hi, Wendy.
Boom, hiya,
Hi,
John.
John.
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And Wendy. Hiya, Wendy.
Yay.
This is good. Look at this. First week
Notice
back.
that the screen's set out in the same way as when we did the podcast. I'm concerned.
We're still on. Claire,
You're still on the naughty step.
Well, John's staying there until he's at least watched a Marvel film.
Yeah.
Talking of, how is that going?
Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
Have you seen anything yet?
It was going really well, because actually once we got, you get to the New Year's show and you think, right, okay. So I had great plans. Well, we're on Wednesday, aren't we? So Monday, my local cinema, which I've always described as having recently shown Paint Your Wagon, is showing Spider-Man. But it's only at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which was great because like the schools are still off. So Monday afternoon, I thought I'll take our Joe to the cinema. It didn't happen. We got to yesterday afternoon, and I thought we could go to the cinema, and it didn't happen yesterday either. And then Joe went back to school today, and I'll be back to work today. And lo and behold, it didn't happen. So, you never know.
You never know. You've got a few more days.
Do you know what? I'm going to keep a log of the excuses that John comes up with. So far, we've had.
I'd say there'd be a long list.
It didn't happen. And I went back to work, so I'm going to just keep a little log of those. And
They don't get
when you really
And also, this cinema only still shows Paint the Wagon.
You are aware that you don't have to go and watch Spider-Man. There are about 20 other Marvel films you can go and watch first.
There are other Spider-Man films you can watch on.
Our cinema only shows one film at a time. It's one of them.
You have a television, John.
Yeah.
You have Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus been cut off for now.
Oh,
Have you stopped?
That's another excuse.
Have you stopped paying your £8 a month?
No, not yet.
2022's gone. It's hit you in the pocket so far.
Yeah.
It's
The first two Spider-Man films are on iPlayer right now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was.
there
To
you
be
are.
honest,
They're free.
I think they're all on iPlayer. You
I was
can rent
determined.
any of them.
Yeah, I was determined to go and watch one of them in the cinema. So, yeah, Spider-Man has got to be the starting place for this whole year. And if anyone's missed that whole story, it's in the January podcast. Go and have a check out, because actually, I've not done Marvel. I've not done Marvel. It's just...
Talking of Spider-Man, Sony have delayed, is it Morbius?
They have.
Because Spider-Man is doing so well that it's going to be extended at the cinema, so you've got even more time to go and see it.
There you go, look.
Just for you, John.
There you go.
No more excuses.
Your cinema might do 2 showings a day then.
Yeah.
No, not the one I'm at, I tell you. It's just, it's one of them.
Is it one of those little independent 2-screen places?
Only
No, it's a little independent 1-screen place.
Oh, okay.
That actually used to have, and it's still got one of the it used to have an organist who played.
Wow.
Oh, brilliant!
And came up. And rose from the stage.
Oh, wow.
But the actual organ itself is now that old that they actually can't use it.
Yeah.
Because I think at one point the organ was stuck in the up position and then spoiled the feature for the rest of the night. So I just had the whole screen with the organ just there.
So instead of Spider-Man sort of No Way Home, it's Spider-Man or Spur-Man.
Yeah, with a lovely Wurlitzer organ type thing. Yes. But that's the type of thing I'm dealing with. You see, it's right. And I must admit, I live in a lovely seaside town that is just desperately in need of a
multiplex,
multi-screen cinema without me having to drive an hour.
Okay, Cineworld, Voo, are you listening?
Oh, we'll even take an Odeon at this point.
Yeah, Showcase. There's plenty of cinemas that just need to move closer to John.
Yeah.
Or us.
Yep.
Or Wales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy. Thanks for watching us.
So
being stuck in the up position's never good, John.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No.
Well, going up things is fine.
Yes.
Anna asked him to take her up the North Mountain.
Yes.
Can we let it go?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
John, how are you, Claire?
Derailed.
This is just
We are literally 7 minutes in, and we haven't even spoken about
what the topic is,
or what we should talk about or not talk about.
Yeah.
So
we don't talk about Bruno.
No.
So
John,
mixed view on that one.
It wouldn't be No Way Home. It would be Spider-Man No Way to See.
It'd just be like I say, it's Paint Your Wagon. For anyone who's old enough to actually remember Paint Your Wagon.
Was it Paint Your Spider-Man?
You might be
got a dream boy, got a song.
But
someone tried to do that.
I'm pretty sure that was the last major film that was showing in my hometown. But
good old Scarborough.
Yeah. But hey ho. We do have an open air theatre in the round, and lots more besides, including beautiful beaches. However,
Scarborough Tourist Board is sitting next to me here.
However, I was going to say open air theatre in December, in winter.
No, middle of July, it's a bit dodgy as well. it depends when you go to see a band. Go to see a band and it's chucking it down with rain. It's not good. But,
the only film that probably suit that'll be Frozen, because you will be.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're as we've agreed, we're in 2022. Doesn't really feel much different to 2021 at this rate.
Nope.
But there's a lot of stuff that's happening this year.
Yep.
Yay.
So
we don't need to get tested to go out of the country or back in again.
At the moment.
As of today, it'll be different tomorrow though. But don't worry.
After we moved our holiday. Our holiday.
Do you know what? The government was probably watching us and gone, oh, they've moved the holiday, let's change it.
We can change it.
Yeah. We've got permission now.
It's
as we've said before, it could change any time, any day. It's just hopefully it'll be for the last time, but you never know. Just
gives us more time to save up.
Yep. Make a bigger, better holiday. Yeah. That's what we did for the last 2 years, wasn't it?
What
Sir Bum said his son says it's the best Marvel movie he's seen yet, and he's a big Marvel fan. And Sir Bum, John's not been to go and see Spider-Man yet. Thank you. I'm not alone.
Maybe it's a John thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. That's the way we could do it, isn't it? There we go.
That would be good.
Yep. I'm going to do that. That's good.
Yeah.
Right, so what's happening in 2022?
We're just going to waffle on a little bit longer and a little bit more. And,
that's true. Well, I'll tell you what I'm most looking forward to this year, and all going well, we've got a trip booked in July, and hopefully this is going to be opening
Yay!
while we're out there.
Hopefully.
Part of Disney's 50th celebrations, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
They're
How
saying,
good.
I think they're saying.
How amazing is that going to be?
Yeah.
Were they saying summer?
They're saying summer, and
But that could be anywhere between May and July. So.
yeah, looking back,
Oh no, because August is fall now. Remember?
yeah, because Galaxy's Edge opened in.
Alex said opened in fall and opened in August.
That is true.
Yeah, but
And
summer
Halloween
could last
starts in
till
August.
December.
The thing is, fall technically will begin. Well, Halloween
Halloween
starts
starts.
by Easter now, doesn't it? So it could be any time, but we're hoping it's going to be open by July. So shouldn't be too. But yeah, I just think it's going to be.
Forward travel.
There you go.
It's just going to be one of those rides that we were out there when we first saw that big blue building being put together, and it was like, oh,
It is a massive show building, isn't
Yeah.
it?
it's bigger than the Harmonious Barges, and that's saying something.
On the plus side, it does sort of blend in into the sky from a distance.
As long as it's
clever,
blue,
isn't it?
which in Florida is
It's really clever
actually
how they
generally is.
Yeah.
So, what do we know about the attraction? Because I'll be honest
It's-
with you, I haven't read too much because I didn't want to, but now you've got me interested. So,
It's what Disney are calling a story coaster. So I think it's a little bit like Hagrid's.
Gringotts?
So you're going through each different sort of section, and it's going to have a reverse launch.
Right.
It's going to spin 360 degrees.
Okay. I
A
imagined
reverse
it to
launch
be
now.
more like Gringotts.
Oh.
yeah, I was going to say that's what I said. It would be like Ring show scene and coaster together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Gringotts does, I want to say, 180.
Yeah, never does a full 360.
No.
So I think it's going to be similarly going to sort of feel like a little bit like Crush.
I've got a feeling the screens are going to be 360 screens, so that
It's all around.
everything's happening
Amazing. I can't
everywhere.
I cannot wait. That just sounds.
It's-
Is it 3D or is it
No.
it's not.
no
So you don't have to worry about the silly 3D glasses.
spinning
They're
off
not-
as you're flying around? Yeah. Can you imagine if you're like ricocheting 3D glasses all over the place?
Yeah, the official line for
Shrapnel,
Disney is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is a family-friendly adventure featuring a totally new type of roller coaster experience. It's a story coaster that rotates 360 degrees. You're always focused on all the action as you help the Guardians save the galaxy. Not only that, Cosmic Rewind will also feature the first reverse launch on a coaster in Disney history, and is one of the longest enclosed coasters in the world.
Wow.
And it looks it from that building.
I think
It
the
certainly
soundtrack's
goes
going to be
there, doesn't it?
amazing as well, though. I'm hoping the soundtrack's going to be.
Oh, it's got to be.
It's got to be.
It's going to be an awesome mix.
It's going to be awesome mix. Yeah.
Volume
Cosmic.
3.
Oh, but could you imagine? That there's a license. There's a license there to go absolutely ballistic on the music front.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be
Yeah.
so amazing. You know, I'm just even thinking now, just like what you could actually get out of it. So a mixtape part of that would just be. That's a bit I'm looking forward to. Yeah,
On the roller
let's bring it
coaster
on.
that's
Bring it
been-
on. Yeah,
And Chris Pratt. What more do you want?
I'm
I am Groot.
Yeah.
It's going to be a. It's nice to see a good coaster from Disney, and because we're all sort of thinking, oh, this year was either going to be Guardians or Tron, and still we don't know much about Tron yet. But
No.
I think a lot of what I'm reading
Talk
about
about
Tron. Yeah, exactly, Claire, and I think that's the thing. I think there's a
Tron is one of those ones. Seeing the footage of what I've seen recently, they've solved a lot of issues that they previously had that delayed it a couple of years ago with like. Yeah, with like
train.
Wasn't
with
the
the
big
train.
issue the train?
Yeah, they wouldn't fit.
They decided to
tunnel.
build a roller coaster over where the train tracks were.
That sounds like Ashford International and the Eurostar
It
all over
really
again. The train's too big.
Oh god, it's 1994 all over again.
But yeah, and I have a feeling that if they're going to launch Tron, or when they do, it's going to be end of 2022 to early 23.
I think
Thanksgiving.
I think we're into 2023 for Tron.
Yeah.
From what I'm
I
reading,
do.
from a lot of the tech stuff that's still to be done there. So I would rather leave tonight to celebrate
Yeah. Guardians.
The definitive positivity, because I
Yeah.
think this is something that we do really well.
Yeah.
And if anyone's watching us for the first time, I am really, really positive.
About seeing Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, yeah. But no. What I'm trying to
Yeah.
say is, if you watch it for the first time, we're not the type of people who want to moan about stuff and things like that.
No.
We've set ourselves out for throughout all the time that we've been on the podcast and we've been live on YouTube and Facebook, that we're just going to share the positivity. So if you come here for a whinge, then great. I can whinge with the best of them, but I choose not to.
You've not got your Mr. Grumpy Gills t-shirt on tonight.
He has
Not tonight. Not tonight.
No.
Hey, this is a new one, Christmas present. Oh,
wow.
Adventure is out there.
Wilderness Explorer.
I like that.
Yay.
That's me. Yeah, the wilderness must be explored.
Wait, I'm going to see if we can put John full screen.
Oh, don't put me full screen, man.
I know you can't see.
No,
No, that doesn't work.
Top.
I got
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Cool.
Isn't that a great t-shirt? There you go.
Yeah.
So, many thanks. That's
Excellent.
I'm easy to buy for Christmas. I've suddenly found. There's a couple of little things over my shoulder where you just sort of. There's a little doom buggy.
Oh,
There's a little doom buggy that's appeared on there as well.
Hi.
oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, Vern, hello,
Hi.
Vern.
Vern.
And hello, Lisa.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Lisa, hello.
Yay.
That was our first
Oh,
glimpse of
wow.
Harmonious.
It was.
Wow.
And that was our first
day.
That was our
Yes.
first evening we were jet
We're
lagged.
knackered. But it was great meeting you.
Bet you were great company then, weren't you?
Yeah. We just had to find food at that point, didn't
Yeah.
we?
I can't see why there would be a problem with the light cycle. It's a known quantity. They built it before.
I think
Why would they have problems with it?
I think because it's a different layout, as in like the
it's a
entrance,
different track,
and they don't have in Shanghai. They don't have the
A train
railroad,
running through it.
Yeah.
And
and I think that's where the issues come from. And then obviously COVID, and I think probably looking at the two options that Disney probably had of like, okay, which one's going to be better for possibly this year, because
One
it's
inside.
what anniversary is going to be for Epcot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense, and
Yeah.
you never know. Disney might get things moving quicker.
Yeah. Can I just pick up on something? I know Wendy's been watching on Facebook and trying to click on, and the chat seems to have disappeared on Facebook for her. I've just tried. It might look as if I'm not interested in what other people are saying. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, but I've got the same issue myself. So if anyone is wanting to be in the chat, it looks like YouTube at the minute is the place to join in the chat. Yeah,
we'll get our tech guy on it. Who doesn't
Give
talk
me
for
a
the next 10
second.
minutes.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
know why.
We'll
carry on with
you.
I will let you waffle on. Mate,
Yeah.
do you know what? It's ever since that they've entered the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
gonna
need to
be-
get Stephen Strange to help us to fix it.
Yeah.
Can you do a spell?
Yes.
And
Well, we could get
That's an
Scarlet
excellent-
Witch involved.
Excellent
Yeah,
might
segue,
need
though.
to.
Yeah. Well, maybe that leads us on to the next topic.
Now, could the Facebook problem be because they broke the multiverse?
Probably. It's a timeline issue. TVA.
So this is Loki and Sylvie's fault then?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It's Kang.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone who's not geeky like we are.
Yeah.
Mind you, you wouldn't be watching. if you were
Like me? Like me? You must be talking a different
Tom's
language.
just nodding.
It's just like,
Whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask one question. When you go to World in November, ride Guardians. It's a family coaster.
No.
It's 2022. I've just said 2022 is all about embracing the opportunities that come your way, whether they are planned or unplanned. And I just, that it's something out of the ordinary, and I just want to lay that little challenge down to you as to whether you thought you would. Do you do the teacups?
Yes. Yes, I do the teacups.
You're halfway there.
Yeah, I couldn't do. I can't do.
a teacup.
I can't do those.
Well, how are you going to do the Guardians ride then, Ben?
I've done Nemo. It needs to go
Nemo,
faster.
Crush.
That's the
Right,
one.
yeah.
Crush.
Oh, we need to go faster.
If we're spinning,
I'll remember that for next time we go on the teacups.
Facebook is
I
currently
can't
working.
wait.
Yeah. Back in.
I am
Cool.
the person who will, between Morgan and I, we actually make ourselves feel unwell because we spin it so fast.
Last time, I don't know, I couldn't stand up very well. So I was holding the camera.
I'm looking forward to him coming off of Guardians.
Oh,
I don't know, I was fine off Crush.
I wasn't.
He wasn't.
I got a bit funny coming off Crash, actually.
Listen, I took Jill on Avalanche at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is not that bad.
Does it spin?
No. But it's a
Can't
kind
remember
of roller
Avalanche.
coaster, isn't it? It's like a toboggan.
Okay.
And
This was before we got
this was
married. so
before
this
we
is
got
like-
married.
Isn't
And she-
Avalanche the one you feel like you're about to fall out of?
Possibly.
That might be why.
Yeah.
I would
deliberate,
suggest.
Peter.
Is that
I would
But-
maybe suggest something more like Big
Va-
Thunder.
or
But
Valhalla?
she was seriously not very well. Just on that.
Yeah.
So anything that spins as well.
It could be divorce
No.
time.
Put it this
Oh,
way.
Tabby.
I was heard to scream, "I'm not marrying you anymore." And I had to be bribed with a Grand Marnier pancake afterwards.
Was that before you went on the ride, or
It's for everyday spins.
I was going to say, Claire, it'd take more than that. I think. Is it
maybe we
anyone-
need to do another Wednesday? We need to do another Wednesday show on, like, I don't know, rides that make you hurl. Now they've got rid of Primeval Hell.
Yeah.
Right,
That was
that
that was
Thunder
fine.
Mountain.
That was-
So it's
I
a
love
small
stuff that
world then.
spins. It's my favourite.
Yeah.
I hate stuff that spins.
Oh.
Oh, see, Dan hates stuff that spins. He can't do it at all. He sits and he watches me, Millie, and Morgan go on the teacups. And
Oh
make
no, I
themselves
still go on
green.
it.
Oh,
I still
do
make
you know what?
Ben
I still
go
go
on
on
it.
it.
I still go on it. I have to because I make the kids go on everything that's like the biggest coasters and everything like that. And
Yeah.
even when it was the wooden Gwazi at the Busch Gardens, we did that, and it was just the most amazing coaster because it was a proper wooden coaster.
Yeah.
And you
Felt
just,
like it was going
I
to fall
get-
apart underneath
Yeah.
you.
Well, I'm sure my back's still suffering the results of it.
I
now,
wondered
but
what you
it
were
was
going to say.
The worst thing about teacups is, like, because I don't want it to spin as much, the problem is I put my legs, like, trying to sort of hold it to stop it, but the problem is it just burns your leg.
And yet you just said the faster something spins, the less ill you feel.
I don't know. I've not.
Wasn't it they say at the fairground, the louder you scream, the faster you'll go.
Yeah, the
Oh,
waltz.
dear.
I love the waltzers. I pay you for it.
I'm
I
like,
can do the
Let's move
I
on.
cannot do the
Yeah.
waltz.
Okay. Moving on.
Phoenix Nights, was it Rave On, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Rave On.
Keep your hands and arms in the car, or you
Yeah.
may die.
For anyone in the United States, if you can get a chance of watching Phoenix Nights with Peter Kay, it is so amazingly British,
Yeah.
stupidly British,
Yep.
and just hilariously funny.
My mum, dad, and sister go to a working men's club, or did.
Impressed
was like a
rather than
documentary.
bold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's exactly like
Documentary, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
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 I think we should move this on. I know
Let's move on, yes.
we've mentioned this already.
We were meant to be talking about Disney in 2020.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We
That's
are.
all right.
Going
We
around
are.
that
Sort of.
kind of way.
We'll get to
We'll get
everything.
to it.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get to everything. And I think it might be time to talk about this.
Ah.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yep. Multiverse of Doctor Strange and Wanda in Multiverse of Madness.
I just want to say that
That's the
one.
wrong one.
Oops, oops.
Wanda looks
Spoilers for.
She looked. I love that costume.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah.
do you know
That
something,
is-
Claire? I'm glad you said that. if I'd said that, it would have been casting. I'd have been castigated to the naughty
Yep.
step. But yes,
I think she
doesn't
just
she
looks
just?
She looks amazing.
stunning.
Yeah.
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 Or she looks asleep. I'm not sure which.
She's meditating.
I'm just
No.
slightly worried for the fate of that carpet.
Burn, baby, burn.
I'd be there with a big bucket of water by the side. Yeah.
Fire extinguisher beside her.
Also, I
Right,
just
do
I
it.
just want to play this just in case we do talk about any spoilers. For those who haven't seen Spider-Man and the trailer from
yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So.
We're having to get our money's worth out of that spoiler alert. We pay a lot of money for it.
Yeah,
To be ready for
yeah.
it.
It needs at least once per show. So
Okay.
we need to just.
All right, we'll get the spoilers up.
It's a bit like now we're using like John's sort of how many Marvel films has John not seen this week. It's we've got you do the same to spoilers.
Okay, we'll do a
All right,
check-in.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But yes, Multiverse of Madness. Can't wait.
Yeah. It's,
Sammy,
Date?
Sammy.
Sammy, if there was a way for me to hide that comment, I would.
Yeah.
so we're just going to ignore it.
Wait. Where's
Right,
the comment?
move
I
on.
reckon there is a way. Everyone move on. Let me see if I can.
I want to say
What?
it's
When's it coming out? May
May, and
6th. I want to say.
It's been delayed, hasn't it? Yeah, it's May the 6th.
Is it
It
May
was
the 6th?
March 25th. Now it's May the 6th.
That's where I was
May the
getting
6th.
20-something from.
It was March 25th. Now it's May the 6th.
So that's what we're doing for bank holiday then. Okay.
What's a bank
Yeah.
holiday? What's a bank holiday? I don't get those.
No.
But yeah,
Yeah.
May 6th in the diary.
Yeah.
Have you booked the tickets yet?
I don't think you
Don't
can
think
yet.
so.
Oh, Lisa, it's your
Lisa.
birthday.
Yay!
Woo!
Always celebrate your birthday. Going to see Multiverse.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
The nice thing is now everyone's going to know when Lisa's birthday is.
Yeah.
Right.
We
None of
are.
us
Look at that.
forget.
First Wednesday of the whole year, and Lisa's just put it out there. That's my
I think Lisa
There
put
we
it
go.
out there.
Do you know
Neil and
what?
Karen are beating you.
Yeah. There should be a competition.
There you go.
Challenge. I like a
Well,
challenge.
if anybody
Lay down that
Awesome.
gauntlet, John.
Yeah, well done. Okay, that's pressure's on again, isn't it? I think
Yep.
well, Neil has the same viewpoint as I have. It's quite a strange one because
What did you think of them, Neil?
well, think of me not watching it. All.
No, what did you think of the films?
Too.
I'm interested from a non-fan.
And if that's the first ones you've watched,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 has a car racing in it, doesn't it?
It does.
The only thing I can think of is Black
That'll be
Widow's
why
and
then.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Iron Man 2 has a car racing in it.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the future, not the past.
Yeah. Put the picture up again, Ben. I wasn't doing that.
Because we keep forgetting. I was going to say, put the other one on.
the picture. Yeah, you want to see that one
Yeah.
again, John? Just keep it up. Yeah.
Like I said, you mentioned it first, Claire. It wasn't me.
There you go.
That's not quite as good. Must admit.
Well, you know.
I can work with it.
That's
I'm in control of the buttons tonight, so.
Yeah.
Red.
If anyone's watched the podcast, and you wondered, I actually had a One Division T-shirt on for the January podcast show as well, which did lead us in very nicely into that photograph. So
And all the red. Has everyone noticed the red hues in
Yeah.
in the footage
Yeah.
and with the heroes supposedly, as we know.
Ooh.
Red is an important colour in
Somebody's
the universe.
bedtime?
okay,
That's my watch telling me I should go to sleep. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently it doesn't know we're live tonight, so
Okay.
No, we're busy.
goodness.
it's going to be a really good
Yeah.
I hope
film.
so.
And
It's going to be a real
Yeah.
letdown if it's
Yeah.
rubbish.
yeah, well, especially the way Spider-Man finished as well. And I liked that
I know.
they used the Doctor Strange trailer
Yeah.
as the post-credit scene. I think that was
Yes.
done really well because they could have just got away with not having much.
They could have got away with the clip. Which
They
is
could
what
have
I was
just had that
expecting.
Venom clip that they had.
I was
Yeah.
expecting a clip from WandaVision. I wasn't expecting the whole trailer.
And I wasn't expecting them to sort of show Doctor Strange going to Wanda and saying, "We need your help." The way it was led with sort of the way Westview'd finished in WandaVision, I was expecting it that she was going to be possibly a bad guy. She was going to
still a possibility.
just. It's still that possibility being Scarlet Witch, but
Who knows? We'll find out on May the 6th.
Yeah.
yep. Okay.
Or
What
thereabouts.
else are we talking about? What else have we said we're looking forward to? There's so much going on in 20.
Well, do you know what? I think we should plug something that we're involved with next month. So not next month, this month in 2022.
This month?
Yes,
this month.
From the,
This
we're
month.
looking forward to this month.
Yeah, and I think John will happily talk about this.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yep, forever. Yep.
I will.
We'll talk.
I will. It's just the most amazing show, and I just want everyone to hear it. I've got to the stage now where I want everybody to hear what an amazing person Katie was to speak to, and just share just her journey. And it sounds a really bizarre thing to talk about somebody who you've watched over a period of time as a cast member, and just only got to know because of social media, which for me is quite a peculiar thing. But her journey is still evolving, it's still ongoing, and we just had the most incredible ability to talk, and she did. She's hopefully going to join us again for another, even if it's just a Wednesday night and just popping on to say hello. There's an open invitation.
Absolutely, always welcome.
She was just left as just like an affiliated waffler. She was just amazing, and I just want everybody to be able to be part of what we're about, and just listen to the show. I know it's 10 days. It's 10 days until it comes out. I can't.
Not long.
Say 10 days time.
It's not long.
But
it's interesting, isn't it? Because actually, I'd say that 95% of the people that interviewed, we've extended open invitation to, and I think that Katie's probably going to be one of the first people that takes us up on that. We've had a couple of other people infiltrating, but it was. So
Do you mean
much
Jason? When it's like
I didn't say his name. I
Okay.
didn't dare. And Marcus joins us quite often, and Zach has been here,
and Robin and Simon.
We've had
Yeah.
But I think Katie genuinely felt the warmth from her in terms of her wanting to be part of what we're doing, and we want her to be part of that. So I'm sure we'll see her again very soon.
Yeah, and I think we'll end up hopefully bumping into her in the park sometime this year.
Well, if you listen to Go, you'll find out where and what we're going to be doing.
That's true.
We did make a
If you
plan.
say Jason's name 3 times, does he appear?
Yeah.
Shall we try it?
No.
Don't risk it.
He'll turn up on the chat. You watch.
So if he turns up, I'm in so much trouble tonight if he turns up. So for those, John and Peter and Jill, earlier on today, the Here with the Magic team had a live show where there was a live show for the cafe members, which is part of his page. And during that show, I made a Here with a Magic bingo card. And I'm waiting for the reaction currently. I'm going to be in so much trouble. Don't blame me today. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, brilliant.
Apparently, John, you're not human.
Yeah.
No, that's Charlie. I'm just Charlie. Thank you very much.
Hello, Disney nerd.
Hello, Disney.
Someone has to be Charlie, don't they? Someone has to support the Blues.
Charlie, thank you for allowing me to get football into the show as well. That's even better. Always appreciated.
Moving swiftly on.
You can have football until the rugby seasons, until we got Six Nations, and then that's it. It's only
And it's Formula 1, so we get a little bit of
We just we've said this before. We could end up doing a sports show as well. But hey,
I think John should take the reins for something that I know is returning this year. That is close to his heart as well. It is mine.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Phantasmic returns,
and not before time.
Yep.
Not before time. And I really fear for anybody who's been to Disney these past few months. What's so difficult to get sort of people sitting a little bit further away from each other in the most beautiful amphitheatre, but to see it coming back, and I think Neil had mentioned it earlier on in the chat about the renewed Nemo show coming back, but with Phantasmic, it is the nighttime at the studios. Without it, I think it's just been a massive miss, and I really do feel that there's such an urge to get that back in there, to get it working again. I know that it's going to have a different little overlay. I can live with that. Just primarily because there are parts in it that people think need to move on a little bit. I can live with that. We can do that.
Because we're going to have, was it Aladdin, Frozen, and was it Moana added to it?
Moana,
And Moana.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
added to it.
Yeah, I'm good with
And I
that.
think that's to replace the Pocahontas scene. That's,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
if I'm correct.
Fair enough.
But
And the old
and-
Claire will be the first one to sample it.
I was going to say, does
Yeah.
it mean I can do my 2020, 21, and 22?
certainly
all in one trip.
All in one trip, yeah.
So, right, I need to relook at my days then, because do you know what? I hadn't planned to spend this. Don't shoot me down. I hadn't planned to spend a whole day in Hollywood studios
Yeah.
because it's not my favourite place, and there is nowhere to eat that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Jump out and come back again.
Yeah. Also, they might bring back. They did have a snack thing you could book.
Well, that's
where
what we
you-
had booked 2 years ago.
Snack
You
it.
get to pay your snacks and a drink, and you get to sit down. That's what we had booked.
So they
And
might
there
bring
really
that
is
back.
anybody that- And you know, it'd be easier because I'll be there on my own, so I'll be able to do what I want, where I want. So hop over to it, come back for Fantasmic. But then I will be going back in August, so if I don't see it in May, I can see it in August.
Yeah, that's true.
You're hedging your bets a bit there.
And also, they
I've
haven't
got a
announced.
chance in
They
terms of
they
the
haven't
Marvel
announced the
movies, if I
date.
don't see it
That's
then-
true.
They haven't announced the
haven't
date
announced
for
the
it
date
yet,
yet.
so it could be like we said about summer, but
Yeah, but it is nailed.
Could be-
Like I said earlier, it's one of those ones that is nailed.
it's
on.
now for 2022.
It is. It is one of those shows that's been so missed.
Yeah.
Primarily because it actually it sucks up
Eats up the
so
crowd.
many people. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the studios actually needs that for that particular nighttime bit. I'd love to see the second showing of it being there. I don't think we'll see that this year
No.
because that to me,
Might in the summer.
when it was on a 2 shows a night, it was great because if you went
Yeah.
for the second one, it was you could get any seat.
Do you know what
wanted.
they might do it when it first comes back
Yeah,
on
It'll
popularity
be a bit
sort
of
of
a
side of
rush,
it.
yeah.
I hope
It's-
so. Hope so.
So how are they going to do the boat at the end? Do we know? Because surely you can't have that many people.
Don't you just let Goofy
On the
slip
boat.
off the boat and just
Again.
again?
Now there's an idea.
Think it'll just
Vote
open regulated
people,
people.
vote characters.
Why can't
on
you
and
have
off the
that many
boat.
people?
I think you can.
They're all
They're all
sort of-
wearing a mask.
Yeah.
It is outdoors.
Yeah. Okay.
Becca, that's
Because
very, very
you,
good.
You could,
Well
you could
done.
have a game, vote characters off the boat. I mean, I've always wondered why Brer Bear is on there because he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
And all the rest of them are good guys.
I was
Well,
sure
just
he's
add
not a
another
good guy. I
boat.
think he's
I-
misunderstood.
I just think he's lost.
He's been misdirected.
Yeah, probably.
He's in the wrong park.
Yeah, completely,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I
Claire,
just,
Claire
There you
Lisa's
go.
giving you an idea. Yes, Riviera.
Yes.
That's
Ooh,
a
that
great
sounds good.
plan, Lisa.
But I'd probably recommend getting
You
an
might
Uber,
need to
not
get on the
not
Skyliner
a
to get there,
Skyliner.
though.
I won't be doing the Skyliner. Sorry.
Glad don't do Skyliner.
I don't do heights.
No.
No,
No. It's not.
No.
I would literally be like that. I've been on a cable car many times in my life, and I sit on the floor with my hands over my face. I hate it. Hate it. Especially if it's
Oh, it's a
if
complete-
it stops over water,
yeah.
then I am no good for the rest of the
If
day.
you go between Hollywood Studios and Riviera, it won't stop over water.
I don't really want it to stop at all. So,
I'm with you, Lisa. I've never been the biggest fan of heights, but I love the Skyliner.
No.
You liked it the second time you went
No,
on
I
it.
didn't like it. I tolerated
You tolerated
it.
it.
Oh,
That's the
there's
one.
a big difference.
I really didn't have much choice. We were at
This
Caribbean
is like the
Beach.
This is like Peter and Jill on that ride at Blackpool, Becca. It's like, come on, it'll be fine.
No.
Yeah.
You have to get vibes with the Grand Marnier pancake.
At some point, Claire, I will send you the audio footage of me on the Skyline on the
I
first
know
trip.
that I'm totally not going to do it. So,
Oh, I've
yeah.
been so tempted to send that to After Hours sake. What's that sound?
Yeah, feel free.
Becca screaming on Skyliner.
Oh,
It wouldn't be screaming. I would just be swearing. I think I'd be passing all the way across. So I'd have to be on my own in a.
Well, July's going to be fun because we're staying at Riviera for 11
Yeah.
nights.
Yay!
even better. Can I just go back to Fantasmic for a second?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got
I mean, I'm looking for. Well, I'm mostly looking forward to staying at Riviera.
Yeah.
Primarily for the fact it is the most difficult thing to try and take a photograph of.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because of the water screens and everything like that. And so for any time that you actually get a photograph that is just that particular moment in time, and you know when you come away from it and you're thinking, Yes,
Yep.
got it.
Yeah.
And it is impossible to photograph well. And I think that shot is the one I'm more proud of, really, because it's just like it's much more in focus. But that's
amazing. Yeah.
It's not just the water; it's the light as well.
Yeah.
There's very little lighting in that show.
Yeah, and you just low light and then light coming from really stupid places, and you just like it doesn't happen. And if the wind's blowing in the wrong direction, you're knackered as well.
Yeah.
So, and that's the fun of it. It's different. It becomes different each time because if you're a photographer, you're seeking out that perfect photograph.
Yeah.
You are. That was you, Claire. Ding. Ding.
Claire's about to make a speech.
What you can't see is like my microphone is on a boom that comes down, and I've lifted up my glass and it hits the boom. With
Your glass is that big.
Yeah.
It's a Kelly-approved glass.
It is big, but it has still not gotten most of the drink in it. I haven't.
Colleen is asking about trips.
Oh, where do we start?
we were supposed to be going this month. We're now going in November instead.
And I'm going. I'm probably the first person to be going, which is in May. And if you listen to the first of the month show, Colleen, you'll hear all my ridiculous anxieties about it because I'm going on my first solo trip. I'm going for a very short trip. I'm going for 5 nights, which is quite a short trip for a 9.5 hour flight. But I'm going on my own, primarily to meet up with friends. And then we're going again. Then Ben and Becca are going in July, aren't you?
Yeah,
a couple of
we're
weeks.
going in July.
Nope.
And then I'm going with my family in late August, beginning of September. So, and John's thinking of coming with me in May so he can carry my bags.
Yay.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And yes, it definitely was a Kelly for Lisa.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We are still here.
I think the camera might have died.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No,
Okay.
Can you still see us?
Can you see us?
You're frozen. Do
Okay.
the joke, but we won't.
Let it go.
But yes, if you want to hear about all my ridiculous neuroses.
People let this frozen joke go far too early in the show.
Yeah.
That was a perfect segue into that.
Just how many frozen?
Yeah.
No, it's plugged in.
Yeah.
Well, surely the obvious song to sing is "Show Yourself."
Please don't.
That's all right. You can't see.
Exactly.
So better, are you going in?
That would be the moment when the camera comes back on and we'd lose our family-friendly rating straight away.
That's all right. I'm nervous because I'm plugging cables, so I'm worried what's going to happen.
Okay, if Ben and Becca disappear, we're okay. We're still here.
Yeah, we can.
All right. We can live.
So what's
So have we
what's
finished
next?
Fantasmic?
Yeah,
What's next on the list of things
next?
to talk about? I don't know
There's
if
a
Ben
huge
Ben
list.
can-
Huge list of things. I would also add the fact that I haven't got anything booked for this year as yet. But you never know. We'll just wait and see what happens.
Well, on the screen at the minute are going to be 2 things. So you've got the Magic Band Plus 2, which will interact with the gold statues.
Which does look absolutely incredible, and it's that interaction that I'm a sucker for things like that.
Yes.
And is this the price, like $99? Probably. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Just like.
But
you've
how
got to
many?
do
I was
it,
gonna
haven't
say, how many coins is that going to set us back?
you? Yeah.
Yeah. And also, the room's going to have Alexas built in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And also, you're able to use them at home. There's going to be a Disney feature with your Alexas at home.
No, don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud, Ben.
So, what was it? Alexa, play the Great British Mickey Waffle.
Yes.
Luckily, I don't have an Alexa at home, so it's all good.
I do it in the other room though. Other
Hey
rooms
Disney,
have got
book me
3
some
or 4.
flights.
Oh, no. Let's not get into this game. I think the new Magic Bands look really, really cool, but I'm just
They do,
slightly
yeah.
wary of exactly how expensive they're going to be and whether it's going to be worth it.
So the question is,
you would only buy one. You'd only buy probably one per party, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah.
the other side as well, and I'm desperately not trying to say the word, but the Amazon product, because otherwise I'm going to get a shout from from the room next to me. I don't see where that tie-in comes. It seemed to be completely left field for me, because I was expecting Disney to have possibly thought about their own sort of tech and how they would use it, and I wasn't expecting Amazon to be the stop-off point for that. And I think it is the fact that you can actually sort of look at the whole. Look at the whole.
Oh, you moved.
We got a different camera.
I got to work out where I'm
We
looking
got to
now.
look there. Yeah.
It's like
really
through the
good.
keyhole.
Yeah, it's not a great angle.
But
Yes,
it-
Total Travel. It did say Disneyland on the band.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where they're
Disney World,
testing
yes,
them,
it
I
did.
think.
yeah, it's going to be at Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
But I'm interested because they don't have the statues at Disneyland. And they're promoting how interactive they are for the
Yeah.
statues. But
So is there something else at Disneyland that they're interacting with?
Well, they could put a chip anywhere, couldn't they? Really?
Yeah.
And
They,
just have
they
it
did something
interactive.
similar for Tokyo for the
They did for the
35th.
35th,
it's
yeah.
interesting to see
yeah.
the push that Disney's had the past couple of years of everything going to mobile phones. Because I know recently we can't get our DVC membership cards anymore because that's now only on Magic Mobile Plus.
Okay.
So it's interesting sort of which way they're going with it, whether it's going to be the band that you buy, because after we seem to buy one every trip. Well, normally they're limited to release and we might not ever use it, but
So what if the Wi-Fi goes down?
on your phone it's
Well,
fine, it still works.
You're very glad that
What
you've
if it's
got
like
a
Disneyland
budget
Paris?
band.
Yes, like Disneyland Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got an Apple Watch, or an iPhone, it will still work.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Cool.
and I think you
What
still
else
get
is on-
given a card on check-in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am aware it's nearly 20. What else is on our list
Yeah.
of things
Really?
we're
Good
looking
grief.
forward to? I know, John.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
wow.
I think we could do a whole
that.
episode on this one.
Yeah.
I think
We
will
probably
be
will
doing
at
all
some
that.
point.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Becca. I think that's the next one, isn't it? That's it.
I'm ever so slightly excited about this.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it should be fun.
I'm extra excited and so
Yeah.
very disappointed that our APs run out before that opens.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
I may be buying an AP in April when we go, I think. Marvel Avengers Campus, number 2. Actually, is it number 3? It's number 2, I think, to open.
It's number 2. Yeah.
In Disneyland Paris, the whole, I was going to say reimagining, actually it's just imagining because there wasn't anything on the left side of Walt Disney Studios Park, which, as we know, has sadly needed a bit of attention for
Yes.
Yes.
since it opened.
Many a year.
So that whole left side of the park, really exciting. We're going to have the retheming of Rock and Roller Coaster to an Iron Man coaster, which is going to be amazing, which is that thing with all those bright lights on it, which is incredible. We've got the Spider-Man Web Slingers, Spider-Man Adventure coming, interactive, incredible attraction like they have in California where you get to shoot your own webs, stuff. We've got
I'm so
Pim
excited
Test
about
Kitchen.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
Pim Test Kitchen with
Yeah.
Ant-Man and
Oh,
Wasp.
that's
which
going to
is
be
gonna
good.
incredible.
That food
And
looks
then-
great.
Yeah.
It looks so good. And then at the back end where Motors Action was,
Yes, it's going to be Marvel.
it's going to be a
stunts.
Marvel stunt show, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what?
Oh,
Yes.
It's
Good
just
idea.
so exciting because that side of the park has just been deathly.
Yeah.
It has,
and
yeah.
you know how much I love Disneyland Paris, and it's
Yeah.
part of my heart. But it's this is coming this year, and I am so excited about it. I'm actually finding it hard to talk about.
Right.
Not that you've noticed. The question is, so we've said this before, Tower of Terror in Disneyland Paris, if you've not been, the Studios Park, Tower of Terror is sitting right in the middle
Yes.
of the park. In it's like this big white elephant in the middle. It's an amazing attraction. The Disneyland Paris attraction is really, really good.
Mission Breakout.
But there is absolutely no way in my brain that they could possibly leave it as Tower of Terror. They need
It's going to be
change
Mission
that to
Breakout. It
Mission
won't be
Breakout.
long.
It has
Yeah.
to go to
Yeah.
Guardians.
Yeah.
There
They
is
already
a
do all the
way.
projection mapping on it.
Well,
There
they
is
knock
no
it down.
reason. There's no
There is a
reason not
way
to
they could
change
do it. You have to pass it to go to the new lake that's in the middle. So if they
Well, the
keep-
new lake hasn't been built. I think they're going to change it long before that, Peter.
Yeah.
And actually, they could retheme that whole area. I think they'll embrace just take in that section in the centre, which is really cool. A 1920s Art Deco themed streets. It's beautiful. I think that will just get sucked into Marvel.
What's also really interesting, I'm trying to remember what the program was. Behind the Attraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
went into detail about Tower of Terror, and it
Yeah.
showed the difference between what was at Walt Disney World versus in Disneyland.
Disneyland
Yeah.
And Disneyland and Disneyland Paris are identical.
Are very
Yeah.
similar.
Yes. Yeah.
So they have the same system, which is slightly different to what is in Walt Disney World.
Yes.
So Walt Disney World will not change, but the one in Disneyland Paris will change.
And actually, I think that's the right thing. I think it would work really well. I
Yeah.
think it would be a shame not to do that with the amount that they're investing in the Avengers campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I'm hoping when I go in April to be able to see some of the evidence of it being almost ready. It should be just about ready by then. It's opening, well, they say
Yep.
summer 2022, which again, it could be anything from sort of June to, well, we're in French
December.
summer, so June to September.
To August.
Yeah.
Could be any time, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just throw another thing into the mix? I know this. I have no evidence of this whatsoever, but given what we've just said about where Tower of Terror currently stands, and as you enter that studio part of Disneyland Paris, is there perhaps an opportunity where the front gate of that park actually gets adjusted and you get, in a way, you get moved a little bit
You'd
further
think.
to the left in order to change that whole walk through. You know,
To be honest with you, John, I don't think
I
so.
think-
I think they'll keep Studio One as it is
Yeah.
because of the whole point of Studio One is that you're walking into the movies. So the way in which it's imagined is you come into the courtyard at the front and then you walk through this amazing set and into the movies, and then you come out the other side and you're in a film set. So that's kind of what
Yeah.
they're designing. So
Yeah.
Can we put the inverted commas amazing set?
I have to be careful what I say.
I know you do, but I can say it. It doesn't matter.
You can.
I've
You can.
got a soft spot for Studio One because the first time
Yeah.
ever that we went, just as we were coming out, there's a handy lamppost. Yeah. And the music from Singing in
Said
the Rain.
nobody ever,
the music from Singing
other
in the
than
Rain.
Tumnus.
The music from Singing in the Rain started playing, and Peter, being Peter, of course, jumped up on the lamppost and started doing his Gene Kelly impression. So
Well, I wish
Do you
we
have
had
video
footage
of it?
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
No video?
No.
Well, we need to
was
see a
before I
reenactment
started
next time you go,
shooting
please,
video.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter, when
okay.
you go, could you video Peter doing that for us, please?
Yeah.
That'll go
Do you-
viral.
Do you know what was? Oh, we should put it on TikTok.
Yeah, totally.
Talking of TikTok, we are now on TikTok, which we are at GB Mickey Waffle. Just to let anyone know, if
Does that mean we'll have to do a dance?
yeah,
That's just how Gene Kelly did it, John.
Yeah.
The other reason
I actually-
why they
talking of
want-
Studio One, you cried walking through
I
it.
did. First time we went back
It was so
after.
awful.
No, it was the first time after the first lockdown, first time back in a
Okay.
Disney park,
Okay.
and it was like you're walking. So it's like it was the song. Was it Welcome Back to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
No,
it's
that's
like-
it does it on its own.
Yeah,
But I've just had a really good thought for how they could retheme Tower of Terror, make it Avengers themed, but make it different from Guardians. They could make it Avengers Tower that's been taken over by Ultron.
Rebecca.
Wouldn't that be great?
I think we.
Mr. Chapek, you can have that one on us.
Yeah.
Just give us
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a free idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, what a thought.
There is
That'd be
another reason
great.
they won't change Studio
No.
One.
Go on.
Because it would cost a lot of money.
Well, no, it is the biggest cafe that they have. Okay,
it's the
so the
worst.
food is awful,
Yes.
but yes, it is still the biggest eating space that they
Yeah,
have.
Yeah.
dreadful.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yes,
I just
absolutely.
wish they
Avoid. Just
I've never
wish
had the
they
pleasure of
would-
eating there.
Just don't.
It's not a pleasure.
don't.
I wish they would do something because actually it's such a shame. It could be so good. They could put
It
something
could,
fab
yeah.
fab in there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
awful every single time.
Yep.
Last
Why
time
not?
we were there at Christmas, the the big band were playing inside Studio One, which was fantastic actually, because we stayed there for a while, and it was the place where we used to pick up the old late fast passes, and I used to hand we grabbed some for Ratatouille when it had first opened, and I would hand them. I'd spot a family on our way out and give them our fast passes so that they could go and join the ride when they, by 3 o'clock in the afternoon there weren't any left, and we had some fast passes for like 4:30. So I'd be like picking my family. Who am I going to give these to? As we walk through Studio One.
Oh, I like that. That's amazing. That's one thing I miss of paper fast passes.
Yeah.
The ability to pay.
Yeah. We used to find it really difficult though at Disneyland Paris because we don't have children, so there's just 2 of us. So you have to find a party of 2 who then doesn't think
speak
you're
English and understand why you're giving them this.
and doesn't think you're a weirdo.
And it's like, do I have to pay for these? It's
no. And I think it was a really nice thing to be able to do, is to pick some extras
It was,
up,
totally agree.
and then to be able to pass them on.
Yeah.
So Avengers Campus, I'll be there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's one of the few rides I can do, so yes, bring it on.
Yeah.
Shall we now talk about Disneyland's 30th anyway?
Disneyland Paris 30th.
Yeah, while we're there.
Yes.
While we're there.
Yeah.
When we were there last time, they were doing the castle up. I want to see what the new castle looks like.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
It looks beautiful. It looks like it's really been done very, very well.
Okay.
It's a proper paint job.
Yeah.
And the gold has been re-laminated, and the snails have got shiny new shells.
Yes. We were there in November, and the front view looked amazing. They were still scaffolding up at the back. But
it's all down now, and it looks.
Can't wait to see it.
And the fireworks have returned as well, haven't they?
They have. Well, they're on pause at the moment. At the time, if you're watching on the 5th of January, they are on pause for 3 weeks from the 3rd of January, alongside the parades are not having any stop show scenes and things, and the Frozen show has also got that's finished for 3 weeks, and they're just doing some virtual meet and greets. Just because of COVID and the issues in France. So,
because we watched when the fireworks come back on YouTube a couple of days ago, and it looks so much different. I don't know whether it's the castle, whether they've changed some of the
scenes look so much brighter.
Right.
I think they've used a slightly different hue on the castle, which is giving a better reflection of the.
And it looks like it
maybe
fits
less
better.
contrast.
I
But
wonder,
it's good.
I thought they might make more of the fact that the castle grows out of the hill, literally.
They were never going to change the architecture.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they were never going to change the architecture. It is what it is. I think it's
it's one of the most beautiful.
the best castle.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful castle.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Can't wait to see the dragon again. Go upstairs. Oh,
Claire, I can't wait to hear what you think of Magic Kingdom's castle in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, the amazing Technicolor castle.
It's not as pink as you think.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
like
really
that.
isn't.
That should be a hashtag, Ben.
Yeah.
It's not pink as you think.
Get that trending, guys.
Stop it. We've got nearly an hour of having losing it. So you can't do it now. Can't do it now. But no,
I'm hoping I've spelt this right.
Oh dear, that could be.
Yeah, but it looks like it's not.
It's not. Yeah, oh dear.
I think it's dangerous to have that hashtag trending.
I think it's also dangerous to put any form of punctuation into into any form of hashtag.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a stickler for your grammar, though.
Yeah.
Oh yes, apostrophes particularly.
Not particularly.
Yep.
It would be nice, actually, though. I think to see what the castle looks like in person, because obviously we've not seen it since the refurb.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We did put a picture up. Is it?
No, picture of the
The castle.
DLP castle. Yes.
DLP castle. So,
Yes.
yes, it was DLP castle, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
And Lisa says in the chat that it's not pink. Sorry, that you don't like the pink, Lisa. It's just I'm interested to see whether as pink as Disneyland Paris, because that is pink. It's like
Yeah.
It works really well.
Barbie pink.
And Paris works really
Yeah.
well,
But that-
particularly with the grey sky.
Yeah, that was chosen
it's
to
made
pop.
to pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority. I think what the difference was when they we saw Cinderella's castle becoming sort of the pink, but also it didn't have the sort of gold add-ons and accessories to it that just sort of made it, and it just looks so different. And I just want Lego to release a paint kit or something to make that the same colour, because it doesn't look right now.
Car and you go and get like a touch-up pen from
I need to know what colour it is.
Just go and get a gold touch-up pen from Halfords for your Montego.
I wonder if they do just gold.
Just get a metallic gold highlighter pen.
Or just
Or gel
no,
pen.
a paint, just a tin of paint. I can dip each one in, let it dry, and then put it back on.
Yeah, but then
Well, it would be unique.
Your castle now looks vintage. Maybe it would be working.
That's the word.
It's true.
Vintage.
Vintage. It's
As long as it doesn't
vintage
move.
Circa 2017.
And do the
Listen.
Newcastle Legos, are they the new colours?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
He hasn't built it yet.
I sort of have, but
Well.
it's a work in progress. This is, and no, it's grey so
I know
far.
Millie's got that one and it's grey as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
the big ones, they should release the new ones with the new colours, and therefore the
Yeah.
old ones would be
See,
worth
this
more.
is the 50th.
Anniversary one.
one.
You'd think they would have made it pink and gold.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Listen, I
they'll
think we
probably
should
release
all be
another one.
happy. I think we should all be happy that they've not gone for a birthday cake again.
Oh yes.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
As long as they served cake, I don't mind. They can serve cake, just don't make the castle a cake.
There's a cupcake.
Cupcake time.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think we're going to have lots of cupcakes this year. And I think before we finish up tonight, we've got one thing that we should probably talk about.
Yay.
D23. I'm hoping it's going to be more successful than the last D23 in 2019 when we spoke for
Don't hold your breath, Ben.
hours about Epcot.
Yeah.
I remember
finished
staying
yet.
up late watching it.
Yep. And I remember the podcast we did. That was like our 5th show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah,
back
it was
then.
good. It was a long
So-
time ago.
And it's so strange. So
No idea what we were doing.
No, but also that real hope and that real joy of what was going to happen at Epcot. You want to see it through to fruition, and with everything that's actually happened since, you kind of, you're fearful as to where the budget cuts are going to come. You're fearful as to exactly what is going to be created and how. And I know we've said this over that period of time, and bring it on and see what it's got for us.
I think as long as they do the statue, I'm happy. I want that statue there.
Yeah,
I'm
that,
hoping they'll have some
that statue's going to be there.
information on what they're planning on doing with Dino Land. And that space where Primeval Well used to be.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I
Stroller parking.
Can't just be stroller parking.
no, I still reckon
It's a
that
waste of space.
No, I still
Landing
think,
space
and
for the kites.
Happy
they
New
need
Year,
more
Heather.
space. They need more space for those kites.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No, I still think that they need to put a version of Crush's coaster there, because it'll be right next to Finding Nemo the musical.
It's absolutely
Yeah, it'd be good.
perfect.
Dude.
Perfectly. Just seeing Heather in the chat. Happy New Year, Heather. Thank you for
Hey
joining
Heather,
Hey Heather.
on your lunchtime.
Yeah.
we're her lunch break.
Yep.
Yeah, which is so lovely. So appreciate you joining us.
Cool.
And also at D23, they're going to be talking about, was it the 100th anniversary
Yes.
of the Walt Disney Company?
Yeah.
100th
Yes.
anniversary of the Walt Disney Company in 2023.
23?
Yeah.
So there's going to be
So,
I think those 3 days are going to be full of so much information.
Yeah.
Sounds like another cupcake.
What, 3 days of new cupcake? We've
A different
decided
cupcake every day.
yeah, 100 iterations of a cupcake.
100 different cupcakes. They'll just build another 50 golden statues and have 100 of them.
that's all right.
I don't know.
We
I
could do a
don't,
prediction for what we think will happen.
yeah.
I think my one prediction I've got is that the celebrations will start as soon as the 50th celebrations end.
Yep.
Let's go straight in from one to the other.
I think.
My-
Yeah.
My prediction is Disney will get us to spend a lot more money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That is a
Yeah.
fairly sure
Yeah.
bet,
Yeah.
Peter.
Sure.
That's true.
there'll be merchandise and food options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they do that every. I think that's
Yeah.
fairly secure bet.
even if they didn't raise ticket prices, we'd probably still spend more every year.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a new Starbucks mug.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Obviously.
I've
No, there'll
started
be 4 new Starbucks mugs.
one for each park.
Yeah.
Right. And one for Disney Springs and each resort.
I'm off this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Disneyland.
Oh,
Disneyland
gonna cost.
Paris.
it's all going to cost, but we love it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have it any
Yeah.
other way.
No, that's
Yep.
true.
So, are we? I'm just looking at the time. I'm doing time check.
Oh,
I'm like the
Wait.
watch monitor here.
yep.
It is already.
Have you got a
over
Twitch,
lunch.
Claire? It's like we've gone over time. You're getting
Do
like
you
a
know
Twitch.
what? I feel like I need to keep you guys in check. I need to make sure you're on track.
What's going to happen when you're away in Walt Disney World for 5 days?
Oh, all hell is going to break loose.
That's all right. Claire will be going live from every Disney park.
But what will be happening is Claire will tell us off from the.
From the distance.
It'll be like 2 a.m. in the morning. We'll get messages
Yeah,
through the
right.
night. It's
I'm actually not there over a Wednesday, so it's okay. I'll be there.
Oh, sorted. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
okay.
Cool.
So yeah, we are wrapping up. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. So
Absolutely.
as John said, we do have a new show, which is out in 10 days' time.
Have I mentioned that?
No, I don't think you have.
Yeah.
Not too many times.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's just the most amazing show.
And also for our Wafflers Wednesday for the rest of the month. So next week we're back for Genie Plus discussion. So that's going to be good because after our trip, we've had quite a few other thoughts of how to use it, where to use it best, and do you need it on your next Disney trip. So we've got a lot of things planned for this month. Festival of the Arts and Spider-Man,
Yeah.
where we'll be joined by Morgan and Marcus.
Yay.
Yeah, having a ringer.
Yeah, it's going to be we've got a busy month. Let
Look
alone,
at that.
let
I'm
alone
not even getting to join. My son's joining, and I'm not even there. He knows more about Spider-Man than I.
Yeah.
And if you haven't had time to listen to our 1st of January episode, do give it a listen because it was hilarious to do.
oh yeah.
It was, yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
That's a very Miranda moment.
Oh, it was a scream. It really was.
It was absolutely
I've
giggle.
not laughed like that in a long time. Yeah.
And to find it, just head to our YouTube channel. Also on Facebook, you can now listen to podcasts, and Spotify. You can also watch our podcasts as well. So lots of different platforms. Whatever one you want to choose, just go and give us a listen or a watch, and let us know what you think. Because on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you can now leave ratings. So we'd love to know, get a bit of feedback of what you've been enjoying, and also hopefully this time next week there might be a T-shirt that'll be turning up.
Yeah, so hopefully some of our t-shirts will be here.
Yeah. So we're waiting patiently for those. So yeah, if you head to our website, it's got all the links at gbmickeywaffle.com/support, and it's got Redbubble and TeePublic links on there. So if you want to have a look at our merchandise, you can see what we've got available.
What size did they go up to?
I think it's 3
Why
extra
get
large.
Are we?
I think
we
one.
talking-
Gents
Oh.
Redbubble is 5.
Are we talking Ursula rather than Ariel?
So the men's t-shirts on Redbubble go up to a 5XL.
Right, okay.
Cool.
And also
Cool.
make sure you click the size guide before, because I think Redbubble and TeePublic do them slightly different sizes.
They are.
And also depend on the cut as well. If it's men's or women's, it's best
Yeah.
to check before buying.
Yep.
That's a very professional precursor to anybody clicking and purchasing the wrong size, Ben. I'm impressed by that. But yeah, it's dead easy to do because it's just straight through our website, and just it's easier. It's easier if you go to the website and then click on the bit where it says support.
And you'll get a page that looks similar to this,
Yeah.
where
You can just click through.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but do
Cool.
click through because it takes you to the right page. Because I've tried to look at some of Jason's t-shirts and things like that on TeePublic. You just can't get there. Absolutely impossible. So, and while you had that one up, just a big
Yep.
thank you to Portwood Travel as well for their continuing support.
Yep.
Thank you for
Cheers.
being here tonight, Karen.
Yes.
Cheers,
Yay.
guys. Yeah, always,
My glass
always
isn't empty yet,
appreciated.
but get
Won't be long.
Always appreciated.
Cool.
It wasn't one of those full bottle glasses, was it?
it was not. No,
Oh.
I'm bad. I'm not that bad.
Cool.
Oh, no, that's good. That's what we need for
So
Secret Santa
until
year.
next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Until next Wednesday.
Till next
Until next
Wednesday.
Till next Wednesday.
If anyone's got any questions on Genie Plus, send us a message. We'll add it onto our list for next week.
Yeah, drop us an email, send us a message on the Waffler's Arms.
Yeah, but thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for joining us. And waffle on!
Waffle on!
Waffle on.